I'm just like not where I should be, I feel, as a 31-year-old. I don't want a lot of things that girls my age want. I don't want kids. I do want a baby though, so it's like, ugh, you know, because they become that. And so, yeah, I do want a baby, but like, I feel like most women want babies, and that's maybe why so many of us exist, because babies are so cute. Everyone wants one. They're like the puppies of humans, I've heard. I think a scientist said that once. And, you know, it's like, and that's what you hear women say when they're gonna have kids. They're like, oh, we're trying for a baby. Oh, we're gonna have a baby. We just had a baby. And it's like, yeah, I know, but like, eventually it's just gonna be some dude named Doug. You know that, right? Like, it's just gonna be a guy. Like, it's always baby, but it's like, it's a baby this much of the time you know it, and then it's all Doug. Like, it's just like, no one's ever like, oh, we're having a man. That's what you should say. Yeah, I don't want a dog. I don't, I'm not, I mean, I babysat for years, because this family just never came home, but that was difficult. It's hard. Babysitting is hard. It's like, ugh. Because it's like you're a mother, but you don't love them, so it's like hard to care. You know what I mean? No. I just feel like I'm past my prime to have kids a little bit. Like, I feel like I should have done it in my teens. Like, that would have been the best time. It's like they discourage it almost exclusively, but they shouldn't. Like, if I had a baby now, like, my parents couldn't help me and all. They live in St. Louis, I'm in LA. Like, it would be too hard. But if you're in high school and you have a kid, like, you live with your mom and dad, or probably just your mom, let's be honest. Yeah, your dad probably split a while ago, but your mom's there, you know. She's hanging out, vaping, watching Dr. Phil, something like that. Like, I feel like that's how she busies herself. She can help. You could just hand the baby to her and be like, here, Mom, try again. He's yours now. Yeah, you kind of fucked up the first time since that's mine and I can't drive, so. Yeah, his name's Mulligan. I really feel like you can nail it this time if you just like focus and stop playing the lottery. I'd have it over with too. If I had a baby when I was like 15, she'd be 16 now. Probably have a granddaughter on the way. Like, that would be perfect for me. I could handle life as a nana, you know? That's what I call my grandma, because when I was little, I couldn't pronounce old bitch. So that's what I came up with, and that's... No. But yeah, I don't want kids yet. I don't want to get married. It helps that my boyfriend doesn't want to marry me, so that's like... That's convenient. For a while, he was like, I don't want to get married until gay people can get married. And I was like, they can! He was like, yeah, I never thought that would happen, so... I was like, oh, I thought that was weird you were protesting all those times, so... He doesn't want to get married. I don't really care. I don't need like a big reception. I don't want a whole to-do. I never want to have to slow dance with my dad in front of all of my friends. Like, that seems, like, that's something we do alone together, and I don't want to ruin that. Like, I feel, you know? Thank you, yeah. And like, what if the band doesn't know Genuine's Pony? Are we supposed to just like freestyle to whatever they come up with? That seems humiliating, you know? I also don't like the fact that when you get married as a woman, you just kind of give up your last name. Like, you really, it's nice to take your husband's name, but then you're like, oh, this thing I've had my whole life, that's my whole identity, that my great-grandparents came through Ellis Island with, I'll just throw it in the trash. This guy seems cool. Bye. Like, that's, what? You really, like, your name is nothing after you get married. All it is like your shithead son's bank account security question answer. That's all your name is. What? Only time it comes up, yeah. And he's gotta call you because he doesn't even know it. Like, that's the one call you get from him a month. Mom, I'm locked out of my account again. Hey, what's your old name? He calls it an old name. You're like, you mean my maiden name? He's like, whatever. Jones. He's like, can you spell it? And you're like, fucking Doug. Like, Jesus Christ. Why couldn't you stay a baby? That is weird that that's the question that they came up with. Like, the banks were like, what worthless piece of information could we ask for that no one would ever know about this man to protect his finances? And some guy's like, what about his mother's name? They're like, perfect, who gives a shit, right? His mother's name. That's the question. That's always that question. That seems like something people should know about you. But it's that question and then your first concert. So it's your name and then your son's first concert, or just your name and Limp Bizkit, or just fighting for the top spot. So rude. Your name really just, you're just like, I don't really see it anymore. Sometimes women get divorced, but they keep their ex-husband's last names because they're just like, I just don't want to go to the DMV. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll just live with this man's name I hate because I don't want to wait in line. Like, I get it. Because your name disappears. That's why I want to marry someone with my same last name, save the trouble, not a cousin because they're poor, but like a, like another Glaser. I could find one. And but if we had kids, I would still make my kids hyphenate their names just to be a dick about it. I don't know. Like they'd be like, Mom, why are we Glaser? I'm like, I don't know. I want you to sound like tiny little law firms, okay? That's why. This is my son, Cooper Glaser, and associates, his sister associates.